Yeah. So for number four, I guess I'll go ahead and go. Uh, for my fourth pick, it's Resident Evil Village. Um, Now, when I was looking at like all of the games, that I had played for 2021, first of all, and then going to like the ones that I put on the list or that I thought deemed, worthy enough to put on the list, I was kind of like, iffy on whether Resident Evil Village 8 should be either 3 or 4. You know what I mean? But I ended up going with this for 4. I enjoyed the gameplay a lot, man. I remember the last Resident Evil I had played was, I believe, Resident Evil 4, so that's kind of funny. But I enjoyed the gameplay a lot on that Resident Evil. I loved the turn that they took on that, and this, I enjoyed the action. I felt hopeless at times, but there was always a way to see it through, to make it out and whatnot. And it was just finding what exactly you had to do to make it out of that situation. And once you're able to find it, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's forward. You can make it out of here. They made it so that you were like able to survive a lot of hits. Like they made it so that it just wasn't brutal every time you got hit, that you're just gonna die super quick. But I did die, you know what I mean? But I was okay, like if I died, it's just like, okay, damn, I gotta figure out what I did wrong and how I can do that better, it was like I enjoyed the game to the point where I was just like waking up every morning, because I told you guys, I killed this in a weekend, but it got to the point where I was waking up like every morning, like, damn, okay, I need to put on this game and traverse some more through the story, because I just really enjoyed it. And I was like, and I tell you, like, I'm not really much for like playing a game all over again. Very, very seldom does it do I play a game and like, oh, I'll play this all over again. But this had me like very close to like, at the very end when I beat it, like, oh, they've, you, like I said before, you unlock a whole bunch of achievements as you're playing the game, and then they exchange those achievements for credits that you can then use to do like kind of cheats in a way, like, oh, infinite ammo. If you upgraded this weapon when you played in this playthrough, like all the way to max, you have access, you've unlocked infinite ammo. So you can just pay your credits to get that, or it'll allow you to like maybe get some of the games to start with, like when you get to the first like major area where the game kind of opens up, to get the weapons that you kind of ended the game with. You know what I mean? So you get those for free. So you didn't have to pay for anything. It's like you get those, and they're really good weapons. But you still have to worry about ammo scarcity and stuff like that. But you have like awesome weapons, So it made me want to start it over again, just by a little bit. And I probably would have if I didn't have something else that I wanted to jump into after that, which was 7. But other than that, like, I really enjoyed the fuck out of this game. And Ray, like, when you get a chance, dude, you just gotta play it. I know you might want to finish up Biohazard, so you can play that story all the way through and then get to it. But I definitely recommend it, because this is a really good game. I thought it was gonna be like a lot of jump scares and stuff like that, but you kind of walked into areas, like that where that guy was sitting in the chair. You kind of expect certain things. So when I walk in expecting a situation to happen, you know what I mean? And then it eventually does, I'm not surprised. I'm not scared. So I'm just like, okay, how do I take this fucker out before he gets me? You know what I mean? So that's all it was. And I enjoyed the different enemies, and then trying to figure out the crafty ways to like defeat them.
It seems way more gun related than 7 is, like way more.
It's definitely gun related. I feel like seven's got quite a bit gun heavy on there, but at a certain point, guns are like, at some areas, guns are irrelevant. It's just about trying to do the stuff quick enough to get out of that situation or whatever. In 7, but definitely in 8, you're trying to shoot the shit out of like a lot of stuff, because a lot of things are coming at you. So it's definitely a different feel from 7 in that sense. But yeah, man, I thought it was a beautifully done game. I was glad that I was able to catch it on like a Black Friday type of sale to purchase it when I did, but I would not have been mad if I had paid, the full price for this and gotten it when it first released. But I was able to experience this at like $20, so that's just like fucking, that's just fucking beautiful. Or you can play like a great ass game for like the low, either free
Yeah,
or like
dude. It's
dirt
awesome.
cheap, man. Yeah. So that was my number 4 game of 2021. So, Margaret,
Nice,
what you?
nice. All right, man. So my number 4, as both of you guys already had on your list, is Ratchet and Clank: A Rift Apart. So I won't really get too much into this one, but I'll say the things that I loved about it a lot. I love the weapon upgrade system. It really made it awesome to use all the weapons and upgrade them, max them out. There's like weird, cool weapons like the Mr. Fungi or whatever. When you upgraded
Mm-hmm.
it, there'll be like these little, fungus dudes following you around. The weapon play was very clever and unique, and it felt very good, like Returnal in my opinion. Like the gunplay and the movement was next
Right.
gen. On top of that, the graphics, I think it's the best game I've seen so far on the PlayStation 5, no doubt about it. Like Sir Knight said, like you see the fur, the textures, everything is just jaw dropping, next gen. This is games like this is what we've been waiting for. And I feel like this is also games like this are, console sellers. This is a great PS5 exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
Games like this, PlayStation, Xbox doesn't really have as good platformers. This I would say this is one of my favorite platformers of all times, other than like Super Mario 64. Like when you play it, like when I played Super Mario 64, it was just next level in my head. And this, when I played it for a platformer, it was like next level. The one thing I kind of didn't like was certain things were skippable, like when you played as Clank, I believe. Those puzzles were
Yeah.
skippable. So at first I was playing through them, and then I was like, oh, I skipped it by mistake, and I was like, that's kind of weird. You could skip content of the
Yeah,
game.
they skipped Clank. It
Yeah.
was kind of weird that they did that. I agree.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't
So
even that hard, for you to
no.
be needing to skip it. Like it wasn't. It
Yeah.
wasn't.
Yeah. So I skipped it by mistake, and then after I was like, oh, you could just skip these puzzles, huh? That's kind of. But maybe kids or something don't want to do them. So I guess. But I just really feel like if you're gonna develop stuff, at least make us play it. Like, but anywho, and some of the bosses were kind of just bullet spongy. I feel like the bosses should have been a little bit harder, but it is what it is. But this was my number 4, Ratchet and Clank: A Rift Apart was a fantastic game.
Nice.
Yeah, quick little extra shout out to Rift Apart. Back to your point on guns. I was not expecting that massive change to how the guns played when you hit the max level on it. I wasn't expecting that.
Oh
Like
yeah, that
I was
cool.
just expecting it to get stronger, and then when it kind of completely changed the way it worked, I was, genuinely shocked. And so that made it so much more fun. I know, like you said, Mark, you just immediately went and grinded them all out because you wanted to know what they all did.
Yeah.
And like I felt that way too. Like I couldn't wait to see what the next gun I got
Right.
felt like at max level. And like that was really, really awesome. So just a shout out to that again on Ratchet. Really, really fun, man.
Yeah, like games like Halo, I wish, their
Yeah.
gun system was like this. Like,
Hmm.
they still have the antiquated system, like you guys were saying,
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, this really, incentivized it for using all the weapons, trying everything out. But yeah, dude, fantastic, fantastic game.
Yeah. Really great stuff.
All
Yep.
right, Mark,
All
what
right.
you got for 4?
All right. So my number 4th favorite game this year is a re-release, but I really liked it, and it was my first time playing it, and that was Control Ultimate Edition.
Ah,
So,
okay.
Control, you guys know, I raved and raved and raved and raved and raved about this game when I played it back in May.
Mhm.
It's like my number 1 recommended. It's really close to my number 1 recommended Game Pass game. Like if
Hmm.
you get Game Pass, like this would be one of the first games you should play on it. I
It's
was
not medium.
really no, it's not medium. I was really shocked about how awesome this game was, because like I had heard a lot about it, but it seemed to have good reviews, But I would have made this a great review. I was surprised it didn't get higher reviews actually, even though it was very well received. I actually thought it should be higher because I thought that the world was top notch in world building. Like I loved it. How you were kind of like a federal agency that dealt with the paranormal. Like it was
Mhm.
just so unique. The world building was really excellent. I liked the concept and ideas. And then what just put it over the top was the absolutely jaw dropping and incredible psychic um, psychic power abilities. They felt so solid, so strong. Let me type this game up really quick. So weighty. Every time I used it, I felt powerful. I loved comboing all my psychic abilities together. Like
Mhm.
basically every ability you got, you could use. You didn't have to like assign it to anything. They put it on a button, kind of like what you were wishing Halo did. Like this
Right.
game does that. Every single ability that you get to use it, and you can like combo them together. Like I was throwing guys in the air, and then I was shooting them away. Then I was floating in the air and looking down at guys. I was like catching projectiles. Like this game was so fun, dude. Like they just really nailed it. And in a sense too, it had a very similar feel to like a Metroidvania game, where I felt like as I got new abilities, I was able to go to new areas
For
of the
sure.
Federal Bureau, and you know unlock new experiences. The storyline kept me hooked. I actually played this while I was on vacation with my family in May. So when we were on vacation, I was playing this in the room, and like I was having similar vibes to what you were feeling with Reevil. Like I couldn't wait to get back in and play some more. The
Yeah,
guns felt really solid when you used the guns. They felt really weighty. I just felt really strong and powerful. It just all felt so good. So really, I can't say enough good about this game. I think the games above it are also really great. Otherwise, this would have been higher. But man, what a great game!
yeah, man. You're right, dude. That was probably like one of the most like impressive, displays of like power when you use like the abilities and stuff. Like it really felt like you were fucking tearing something apart when you were using your abilities, and it's just like, damn, dude, like this fish feels weighty. Like
Yeah,
she'll destroy this whole fucking building if she wants, man. Like,
yeah. I mean,
yeah,
like you can look at that. It's like poof, poof.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's
Just
just sick.
everything's just getting destroyed. Yeah, man.
It's
So
fun, man. Just
yeah,
fun.
that's a solid pick. Yeah, for sure.
I love you, me.